Hey, let me see that playbook, man. What that playbook look like? Thank you.
It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And off we go from SoFi. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Herbert throwing right away. Going deep right away. And what a way to get this one started, but his deep shot falls incomplete.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air, Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Might just be a little late to get the ground game going, opening up this game with back-to-back passes. But when you come out of the gate slow and you put yourself behind the sticks, you really don't get into that rhythm you want to find early.
Here we go.
The Colts adding a man to the secondary here. 3rd down coming up. Herbert from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that 1st down.
So on 4th down, it's Ryan Wright out to punt it away. And he got under this one, but it's going nowhere, almost straight up into the air. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. So no return on that punt. And the Colts will take over. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Straight to the air is Richardson. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Forced out to his right. He's keeping it. He's got room to roam here. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he goes down a little short of the 40. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Asante Samuel Jr. makes the play. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive. Taking
78, letting the dude just run right through.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
From his own end zone on 3rd and long. A quick slant. Here's McConkey. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th and 3, drive on the line. On 4th down, they snap it to Herbert. That's cut beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Herbert on 1st down. He's on the move. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. It's Herbert once more. DJ Chark there for the catch. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First and 10. Here's Herbert. Kelsey makes the catch. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They're advancing it well as they face second down. Hits his running back. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Herbert to throw once more. Complete beyond the marker. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers get the game's first points here in the second. Ladd McConkey with a touchdown. Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Makes the catch.
How is this man missing these catches?
Like
This is insane.
on that sideline. Second down coming up. To throw, Richardson. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts start to fight back with their first points of this game. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Herbert. That's taken in by Wangu. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it brings up an LA first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Chased out to his right. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Second and 10. Herbert trying again. Wangu on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And the Chargers will have a first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Herbert throwing again. On the move, headed right. Well, the pressure nearly
He
got
batted
him.
down
Still a
instead
good
of
play
picking.
defensively
Come
as
on.
that one falls incomplete.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
And they
This
finally
bumping is
bring him
ridiculous.
down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And it brings up an LA first down. Now Herbert again. Flushed out of the pocket. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers take a second quarter lead. Lat McConkey with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. He's got Pierce. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, look at this. Bouncing football. And this goes out of bounds. The fumble not ideal, but hey, did end up being a small gain on the play.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or two in just the right circumstances is a big deal. Sideline could be your best friend as a runner. Because you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it could go harmlessly out of bounds.
2nd and 6 now. Into the hands of Michael Wilson. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be first down, Colts. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is, if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Escapes the pocket. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. It's the Colts, who have 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Forced out to his right. And oh, he got it! Interception! Picked off by Christian Fulton.
Oh, this dude wide open, man. This makes no sense. He's wide open.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the sticks. Offense in the hurry up here. Now Herbert to throw. A quick slant. Here's McConkey. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. 1st and 10. Herbert. Catch made by Chark. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. He'll throw it yet again. That pass caught by Wangu. They rip off a big chunk.
You can't make it make sense, man. I'm in a daggone man defense.
All-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
From the red zone now. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers grow their lead just before halftime. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers double their lead to 14. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. From his own end zone, here we go. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. First down throw here from Richardson. Deep shot doesn't quite work out. So that's an incomplete pass.
There you go. Come on, man.
So 2nd down coming up. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he got this close to midfield before going out. It's a gain of 29 yards. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down. Throwing now, Richardson. And that one is incomplete, and the clock's down.
Man, running wide open, dog. I mean, he's wide open.
That one intended for Adonai Mitchell. So it's second down coming up. They'll throw again, Richardson. Finds a seam down the middle. All the way, touchdown, Indy! The Colts make it a one-score game before halftime. Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. Herbert on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Looking to throw. He's on the move. Now here he goes. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Richardson fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Colts. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On first down, it's Richardson. This finds Mitchell, complete. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tackle made by Elijah Molden. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Third and short yardage here, Richardson.
77 is just sitting there. He can easily double this man.
Finding his receiver that time. And 4th and 4 coming up.
Well,
he's just sitting there.
The throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
He's back to throw. It's caught left side by Mitchell. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's an Adonai Mitchell touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Gay with the point after. And the Colts tie this game at 21. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Dumps it off to his running back. Breaks through, and he might break away. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Chased out to his right. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. And the Colts take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Wow, this has been a great game so far, Brock. A hard-fought first half, but they're really offering an edge to their opponent here by throwing a pick on their opening drive.
And now we'll get to see if they can capitalize that and pull ahead. They've already got the ball once this half. You know that they're loose, and now they get it back just one snap later.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. That's complete to Wilson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Excellent pickup to move the chains, 36 yards in the end. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Working inside the red zone. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Asante Samuel Jr. makes the play. And the Chargers take over on his 5th interception of the season. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone.
That's on me, man. That's on me.
Score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Throwing on 1st is Herbert. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Herbert from the gun. On the move, headed right. Finds McConkey. He goes some distance, touchdown.
Hey, this is hilarious, man.
The Chargers parlay the interception into points. Matt McConkey with a touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Listen.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Trying for the deep ball. They connect on the deep shot. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. He sends this one to the end zone. Big gain downfield. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the 3rd. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Extra point converted by Gay.
Let's shut
The
this
Colts
crap
tie
down.
us up, 28-all.
Shut it down.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Getting out to his left. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Chargers will have a 1st.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. 21. Herbert back to throw. That's taken in by Wangu. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Herbert escapes the pocket. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield.
How, dog? Just make it make sense, man.
11. And it brings up an LA 1st down. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
This finds Chark complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Chargers will have a 1st.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Short pass brought in. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's been a thrilling game, an absolute barn burner that is shockingly still tied as we get set for the 4th. They'll come up 1st and 10.
Go.
From the red zone now. Wangu on the catch. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Hey, ram.
Herbert to throw once more. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
They give it to him up the middle. And he's in for the touchdown. The Chargers take a 4th quarter lead. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Fielded at the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level, they want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
First down throw here from Richardson. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Shotgun snap now to Richardson.
That's not a flag. That's not a flag. He bumped that man off his complete route, and that's not a flag.
Well, that window was open down the field, but this league is so fast. And these defenders, well, they closed the gap before that throw could arrive.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here. Third and long for him here. He can't connect with him. Incomplete. Just put it a little too close to the boundary there. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 4th and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Trying to throw for it with Richardson. This finds Mitchell complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Back to throw, here's Richardson. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts now trail by just a point in the 4th. On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Herbert. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
2nd and 10 now. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And they'll try to build on that big stop.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Looking to throw. Forced out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the 1st down.
Looking to throw. He's trying to push the field. He's got it deep downfield. And that's a Los Angeles touchdown. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts them in front here in the 2nd half. And puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Cade. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Catch made by Mitchell. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. On 1st down, it's Richardson. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down. Richardson now. Catch is made down the right sideline. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
He'll look to throw it. He's got Pierce. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Back to throw. He's on the move. He's got it. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for two and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this two-point conversion, or is he going to lean into his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Oh, my goodness, it's intercepted. And the Colts have it at the 35-yard line following the turnover.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Setting up to pass. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Chased out to his right. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Looking to throw it.
Hey, get the... Hey, dude. Like, come on, man. Like, seriously, yeah. Seriously.
Brings up 4th and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys.
Like, stop playing, man. Easy 1st down.
You know what I love about that, Kate? He didn't shrink from the spotlight. He seized the moment, made it his own. And that kick might just win them this game.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. That is Lewis Seen. And this one may be out of reach now because the defense comes through with 6. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Yeah, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
That one right down the middle. And the Colts make it a 10-point ball game. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Putting a receiver in motion. Herbert back to it after the pick. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And he'll get it up to the 44. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. From the 44-yard line now, first and 10.
21. 12.
Herbert from the gun. Flush down out to his left. And they're going to be down close to the 35 as he goes out. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Let's go.
First and 10, here's Herbert. This one finds Kelsey. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. Still one more in their pocket to use. The Chargers sending out Dicker the kicker to add 3 to the board. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. So with hardly any game left, they have time for this kick and maybe a couple plays. And that's covered up by the Colts. And that should be our final highlight from this one.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
The Colts in a victory formation as they kneel it down.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Colts pick up the win in this one. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they